public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record relating to the involvement of the agency with a project, the proposed project, for the benefit of DAIM Logistics Incorporated, the company, a New York State business corporation. The proposed project consists of the following. 1, the acquisition of an interest in a portion of an approximately 8.13 acre parcel of land located on Park Drive, tax map number 52-4-3.12 in the Glen Canal View Business Park, referred to as Lot 3A, in the town of Glen, Montgomery County, New York, the land. 2, the construction on the land of an approximately 54,000 square foot facility on the land, the facility. 3, the acquisition and installation of certain machinery and equipment therein and thereon the equipment. The land, the facility, and the equipment hereinafter collectively referred to as the project facility. All of the foregoing to be owned by the company and used for warehousing space for the company's operations and to be leased by the company to other commercial and industrial users for warehousing space. B, the granting of certain financial assistance within the meaning of Section 854.14 of the Act with respect to the foregoing, including potential exemptions from certain sales and use taxes, real property taxes, real estate transfer taxes, and mortgage recording taxes, collectively referred to as the financial assistance. And C, the lease with an obligation to purchase or sale of the project facility to the company or such other person as may be designated by the company and agreed upon by the agency. I intend to provide general information on the agency's general authority and public purpose to provide assistance to this proposed project. I will then open the comment period to receive comments from all present who wish to comment on either the proposed project or the financial assistance contemplated by the agency with respect to the proposed project. Legal authorization and powers of the agency. The provisions of Chapter 1030 of the laws of 1969 of New York, constituting Title I of Article 18A of General Municipal Law, Chapter 24 of the Consolidated Laws of New York, as amended, and Chapter 666 of the 1970 Laws of New York, as amended, constituting Section 895-D of said General Municipal Law, collectively referred to as the Act. Authorize the agency to promote, develop, encourage, and assist in acquiring, constructing, reconstructing, improving, maintaining, and equipping and furnishing of manufacturing, warehousing, research, commercial, and industrial facilities, among others. Purpose of this public hearing, pursuant to Section 859-A, Paragraph 2 of the Act, prior to the agency providing any financial assistance as defined in the Act of more than $100,000 to any project, the agency, among other things, must hold a public hearing pursuant to Section 859-A of the Act with respect to said project. Since the proposed financial assistance to be provided by the agency with respect to the proposed project may exceed $100,000, prior to providing any financial assistance as defined in the Act of more than $100,000 to the proposed project, the agency must hold a public hearing on the nature and location of the project facility and the proposed financial assistance to be provided by the agency with respect to the proposed project. After consideration of the application received from the company, the members of the agency adopted a resolution on January 13th, 2022, the public hearing resolution, authorizing the agency to conduct this public hearing with respect to the proposed project pursuant to Section 859-A, Paragraph 2 of the Act. By way of background, notice of this public hearing was published on January 21st, 2022 in the Recorder, a newspaper of general circulation available to the residents of the town of Glen, Montgomery County, New York. In addition, as required by New York State law, the notice of this public hearing, A, was mailed on January 20th, 2022 to the County Executive of Montgomery County, the Town Supervisor of the Town of Glen, the Mayor of the Village of Fultonville, the Superintendent and Board President of the Fultonville Central School District, and B, was posted on January 23rd, 2022 on a public bulletin board located at 7 Erie Street in the Town of Glen, Village of Fultonville, Montgomery County, New York, and on January 20th, 2022 on the agency's website. Copies of the notice of this public hearing are available on the table. Now, unless there's any objection, I'm going to suggest waiving the full reading of the notice of this public hearing and instead request that the full text of the notice of this public hearing be inserted to the record of this public hearing. The comments received today at this public hearing will be presented to the members of the agency at or prior to a meeting at which the members of the agency will consider whether to approve the undertaking of the proposed project by the agency and the granting by the agency of any financial assistance in excess of $100,000 with respect to the proposed project. The agency currently intends to consider the proposed project at the meeting of the agency to be held on March 10th, 2022. This meeting, like all meetings of the agency, will be open to the public. I will now open this public hearing for public comment at 1:16 p.m. By way of operating rules, if you wish to make a public comment, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Please wait to be recognized. Once recognized, please stand and state your name and address for the record. When everyone has had the opportunity to speak, I will conclude this public hearing. A record of this public hearing will be prepared and reviewed by members of the agency in connection with the agency's consideration of the proposed project. Again, the purpose of this public hearing is to solicit public comment. We are not here to answer questions. However, we will, in the course of this public hearing, consider questions if we have the information to answer the questions and there is sufficient time to consider such questions. I will now ask if there is anyone in attendance who wishes to comment on either the nature and location of the project facility or the proposed financial assistance being contemplated by the agency with respect to the proposed project. For the record, please state your name and indicate your comments on either the proposed project or the proposed financial assistance being contemplated by the agency with respect to the proposed project.